Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video because what I'm about to reveal could completely change the way women see you before you even speak a single word. Have you ever noticed that some men seem to magnetically attract women without trying, while others can say everything right and still feel invisible? It's not luck, charm, or even your looks. It's something far more powerful, something invisible that operates beneath the surface of consciousness. I'm talking about the subconscious signal you send the moment a woman lays eyes on you. And if you get this wrong, no amount of compliments, confidence, or charm will ever make her notice you the way you want. This isn't about flashy clothes or expensive cars. It isn't about being the loudest or the funniest guy in the room. It's about how you exist in space, the energy you project, and the small, almost imperceptible cues your body communicates before you even speak. Women are wired to pick up on this instantly. It's evolutionary, instinctual, and relentless. They don't need words to judge a man. Their subconscious mind already knows whether he's high value, interesting, or completely forgettable. Right now, I want you to imagine walking into a room and noticing a woman glance at you, but not just glance. She studies you, her eyes lingering, even for a split second. That tiny spark of recognition, the subtle tilt of her head, the way her pupils shift, it's all subconscious. And here's the truth most men never realize. If your energy doesn't communicate dominance, calm confidence, and a quiet sense of purpose, she will dismiss you instantly, even if you're handsome, rich, or charming. And the scary part, most men sabotage themselves without even knowing it. They carry tension, they seek validation, they fidget, they hesitate. Every micro-expression, every slight misalignment of posture, every rushed step in their walk, all of it is being read like a book before a single word leaves their lips. Women can sense fear, insecurity, or desperation before logic even has a chance to kick in. That's why some guys effortlessly captivate women, while others try so hard and fail. So, if you've ever wondered why some men seem irresistible and others invisible, it's not about what you say. It's about the signal you emit before the conversation even starts. And today, I'm going to teach you how to master that signal, how to program your subconscious energy so that women can't help but notice you. Most men think attraction starts with what they say. But here's the truth. By the time you open your mouth, she's already made a judgment. Your posture, your breathing, the way you move through space, it all screams a story about who you are. Women pick up on tension, uncertainty, and energy misalignment faster than any conversation could correct. If your energy signals, I'm unsure, I'm seeking approval, I'm desperate, it doesn't matter how clever or funny you are, she will feel it and step back. Let's break it down. Your body communicates three primary signals: dominance, calm confidence, and purpose. Dominance doesn't mean arrogance or aggression. It's about presence. When you walk into a room, the way you hold yourself, the way your shoulders settle, and the rhythm of your movements either announce, I belong here, or I'm unsure. Women can sense this instantly. Even subtle things like how you place your hands or the steadiness of your gaze send signals they cannot ignore. Calm confidence is equally powerful. Many men mistake confidence for loudness, bravado, or overcompensation. True confidence is quiet. It's a low hum beneath your words, a steady energy that says, I am enough, I am in control. It's why some men can speak softly, barely engaging, yet women are drawn to them as if magnetized. Anxiety, fidgeting, constantly checking your phone, or over-explaining yourself shatters this energy in seconds. Women sense the gap between your words and your energy, and it kills attraction immediately. Purpose is the third layer. Women are wired to detect a man's life direction, ambition, and self-sufficiency, even in fleeting moments. She can tell from the way you move, how you carry your weight, or how deliberate your actions are. If you radiate direction, she feels security. If you radiate uncertainty, she feels discomfort. That subconscious filter is stronger than any pickup line or conversation trick. Here's the kicker. Most men unknowingly send conflicting signals. They try to act confident, but their body betrays tension. They try to appear dominant, but overcompensate with humor or words. They say all the right things, but their energy screams the opposite. Women don't just notice these contradictions. They are neurologically wired to respond to them. It's why some men can say very little, yet captivate, while others endlessly talk, yet remain invisible. The moment you understand these layers, dominance, calm confidence, and purpose, you start to control the invisible narrative before a single word is spoken. Women begin to see you differently, immediately, without realizing why. And that, my friend, is the power most men never tap into. Even if you think you're confident, there are tiny things that betray you, and women see them instantly. A twitch of your fingers, a shift in your weight, a hesitation before you speak. These are all red flags in her subconscious mind. The scary part? You don't even notice them, but she does. Attraction is never just about words. It's about the invisible story your body tells before you say a single syllable. Let's start with posture. Most men slump without realizing it. Shoulders rounded, chest slightly in, head tilted down. It's subtle, but it screams low self-worth. A woman reading this unconsciously thinks, this man isn't fully present. He's hiding. He's unsure. The fix is deceptively simple. Lift your chest slightly, roll your shoulders back, and let your spine settle naturally. Not rigid, not forced, just present. That small adjustment signals to her brain, I belong here. I am capable. Eye contact is another critical layer. Look too intensely and you're intimidating. Avoid it and you're invisible. The sweet spot is calm, steady engagement paired with brief glances away. This communicates security and self-possession. Women are unconsciously tracking these patterns, measuring your energy, and assessing whether you're worth her attention. The way you hold her gaze, or break it, can create attraction before a single word is exchanged. Breathing is often overlooked, but it controls your entire energy. Shallow, rapid breaths create tension. Deep, slow breaths project calm authority. If you're anxious or desperate, your body reveals it immediately through your breathing pattern. By mastering your breath, you literally hack your presence. Women notice it without knowing why. They feel the difference and it draws them in or pushes them away. Movement and pacing are equally revealing. The way you walk into a room, the way you reach for objects, the fluidity of your gestures, all of it sends a story. Hesitant, jerky, or rushed movements signal insecurity. Smooth, deliberate, and relaxed gestures signal high value. It's not about being flashy, it's about consistency. She reads these cues like a subconscious radar, and it determines whether she subconsciously labels you as attractive or forgettable. Finally, micro-expressions betray emotional state faster than words. A brief grimace, a frown, or a subtle tension around the mouth can undo everything else. Women are wired to notice these details in milliseconds. Every small expression sends a message about your emotional state, and it can either create intrigue or kill it instantly. Learning to control these micro-behaviors isn't acting. It's aligning your subconscious signals with the energy you want to project. Master these invisible behaviors, and suddenly women respond differently. Doors open, conversations flow effortlessly, and your presence becomes magnetic. The key is subtlety and consistency. These are subconscious triggers that operate beneath logic, faster than words, more powerful than charm. Here's a truth most men never face. Attraction isn't built in the mirror, it's built in your mind. You can lift, dress sharp, or practice lines in front of a mirror. But if your internal energy doesn't align, none of it matters. Women are wired to detect internal alignment. They feel whether a man's presence is anchored or scattered, confident or desperate, real or performative. That energy hits before words, before charm, before any attempt at humor. The first shift is ownership. Every high-value man I've studied, every story of effortless attraction begins with the ability to own your space, your actions, and your life trajectory. Ownership isn't arrogance, it's presence. It's showing up as yourself, fully, without seeking validation. Women respond to this because it tells them you're self-sufficient, reliable, and interesting without needing to prove it. They sense that you're in control, and control is magnetic. The second shift is emotional self-regulation. Fear, impatience, or insecurity leaks through subtle body cues, micro-expressions, and voice tone. Even if you're smiling, women can sense tension beneath the surface. Learning to regulate these emotions internally creates a calm, steady energy. When a woman encounters that, her subconscious mind relaxes and registers safety. combined with intrigue, it's irresistible. Your internal calm communicates strength that no words or gestures can replicate. Next is purpose. Women are subconsciously assessing whether you have direction and meaning. It's not about showing off achievements, it's about the clarity of your internal drive. A man who radiates purpose walks differently, gestures differently, and even breathes differently. This energy signals that his life has momentum, that he's not waiting for external validation, and that being around him will elevate her experience. That's the kind of presence that hooks attention instantly. Finally, it's consistency. Women's subconscious brains are scanning for authenticity. A man who fluctuates between confidence and insecurity, calm and tension, sends conflicting signals that subconsciously repel attraction. Align your thoughts, emotions, and actions internally, and women sense that harmony. It's subtle but undeniable. They feel drawn to it instinctively, often before they even realize why. When these mindset shifts occur, everything you do becomes amplified. Your posture, your gaze, your gestures, your very energy begin broadcasting signals of high value before a word is spoken. You stop chasing attraction. Instead, it comes to you. And here's the key. The power isn't in performing, it's in becoming. The internal transformation creates a magnetic field that women can't ignore, triggering desire and curiosity at a subconscious level. Now let's talk about the behaviors that make women feel magnetically drawn to you, without you having to say a single word. These aren't tricks or lines. They're subtle energy patterns that broadcast value, calm authority, and intrigue. Women pick up on these instantly, and once they do, they can't unsee or unfeel them. First, there's presence. This is different from confidence. It's being fully engaged in the moment while remaining calm and grounded. When you enter a room or approach a woman, do you carry the weight of the world, or do you occupy your space effortlessly? Presence is in your walk, your breathing, the subtle steadiness of your hands, and even the micro-pauses you allow in conversation. Women notice when you're present, and it makes them feel like time slows down around you. Next is controlled curiosity. This is the energy of subtle interest, not over-eagerness. When you engage a woman, the goal isn't to impress her or seek validation. It's to genuinely notice her in a measured, observant way. The tilt of your head, the slight smile, the calm nods as you listen. All of this signals that you're assessing her without being desperate. Women sense the balance of curiosity and self-possession, and it triggers attraction at a deep, instinctive level. The third pattern is emotional rhythm. Humans, especially women, are highly attuned to emotional pacing. If your energy spikes and crashes, it creates tension and discomfort. But a man who modulates his energy, who remains calm, deliberate, and engaging, creates a subtle pull. Your internal rhythm, how you laugh, gesture, or respond, sets a subconscious tempo she synchronizes with, often without realizing it. This alignment makes her feel drawn to you naturally, as if you're the center of gravity. Microdominance is another invisible but powerful trigger. This isn't aggression, it's the quiet authority in your posture, your gaze, and your decisions. The way you navigate space, reach for objects, or initiate subtle social cues communicates value. Women's subconscious minds scan for these signals constantly. If you display microdominance correctly, she will feel an almost magnetic sense of safety and respect combined with intrigue. Finally, timing and restraint amplify everything. Letting pauses linger, not over-explaining yourself, and knowing when to lean in or step back creates a tension that women's brains are wired to notice. It signals that you're in control, comfortable with yourself, and not seeking approval. Every subtle gesture, pause, or glance builds the invisible web of attraction before a word is spoken. Mastering these subconscious patterns transforms how women experience you. It's no longer about talking or convincing. It's about radiating the energy that naturally draws attention, sparks curiosity, and triggers desire. Once you internalize this, attraction becomes effortless, magnetic, and immediate. By now, you understand that attraction isn't about words, looks, or luck. It's about the invisible energy you project, the subconscious signals that women sense before you speak. But understanding it isn't enough. The real power comes from consistency, living these behaviors, energy patterns, and mindset shifts until they become automatic, embedded in the way you exist. The first step to consistency is internal alignment. Your posture, gaze, and gestures must reflect your internal state. If your mind is scattered, anxious, or seeking validation, your body will betray you, no matter how polished your exterior appears. Take a moment daily to check in with yourself. Breathe deeply, center your focus, and feel your energy settle. When your internal state is calm, confident, and purposeful, your external presence naturally communicates those same signals. Next, practice deliberate observation. Women respond to men who notice the world without being consumed by it. It's in the subtle ways you watch people, assess situations, and move through space with quiet assurance. This is micro-attention, the art of engaging the world with calm curiosity, which subtly signals dominance and high value. When women sense that, they are drawn in, intrigued by your energy, and want to know more. Repetition turns these conscious behaviors into subconscious habits. Posture, breathing, eye contact, micro-dominance, and rhythm. Practice them daily, even when alone. Walk into rooms with intention. Move through life as if you are already the man others notice. This isn't about performance. It's about becoming the man who radiates magnetic energy naturally. Over time, it becomes second nature, and women respond automatically without you needing to think about it. Finally, understand subtle restraint is your greatest ally. Never over-explain, never chase attention, never perform to impress. Women are drawn to men who embody self-possession, who allow attraction to happen naturally. A pause, a slight smile, a steady gaze. These tiny acts, repeated consistently, become irresistible triggers in her subconscious mind. Once you master this, attraction is no longer something you chase. It becomes a natural response to your presence. Women feel it before logic can interfere. Curiosity grows before words are spoken, and desire builds effortlessly. The invisible narrative you project, the combination of presence, calm confidence, purpose, and subtle micro-signals becomes your secret weapon. The truth is simple, but few men grasp it. Women are wired to notice subconscious signals first. Words only reinforce what they already feel. Master your energy, align your mind and body, and suddenly, without trying, you become the man who is unforgettable. The men who understand this rule change their lives because they finally operate on a level few even realize exists. That level is now yours to reach.